Hey guys, this is Melissa Zad for Into Boxing, and I am delighted to be joined by the man himself, Mr. Frank Warren. Frank, how are you doing?
I'm fine, Melissa. How are you doing?
I'm all right. I'm very excited about Saturday night. We've just had the press conference, and it was very entertaining, wouldn't you say?
It was, and I'm looking forward to Saturday. Some of the best young talent in British and world boxing, in some really good competitive fights. So I'm really looking forward to it myself as a boxing fan.
So obviously, we've got headlining Hamza Shiraz against Torres, and Hamza Shiraz has been given the Young Boxer of the Year award, which has been received by the likes of Prince Nassim Hamed, Amir Khan, if I'm not mistaken, as well.
Joe Kawasaki, all of them, yeah.
Yeah. So it's a really, really exciting time for Hamza, and obviously, if he is able to get past Saturday night with the win, he gets a WBC Silver International ranking as well. So it does feel like he's on the verge of really, really big things. Would you agree with that?
I do. This is a tough fight for him. In his last fight, Torres got a draw with Beterbiev, who's ranked, I think his record is 27 wins and only one loss. So that tells you it's a good form line. So he's going to be up against a tough Argentinian. But I honestly do believe that Hamza is something a little bit special, and I'm hoping he can make a statement on Saturday. And I hope he's going to all that faith that the boxing writers put in him by making him their best young boxer of the year award. Will put him onto the bigger stage. It's his first time he's headlined a big show on TV, so he's got to look good and do the business. But he's a consummate professional. He trains very hard. His preparation is second to none. The team behind him, they're meticulous in everything they do. So I do think we're going to see a career best performance.
We're really looking forward to it. I mean, the thing about Hamza is that, I was looking at him during the press conference and he seems so focused. He doesn't seem like the occasion's getting to him and he's sort of, his mind's not wandering, etc. And that's very impressive for someone who's just 23 years old.
It certainly is. He's very mature and he's very, he's not flashy. He's not like Jack the Lad, but his feet very firmly planted on the floor and he knows what he wants. He's very focused on what he wants, what his goals are, what he wants to achieve, and that single-mindedness I think will get him there.
So talking about the rest of the card, what other fights, if you can give us the top three fights you're looking forward to, what would they be?
Well, they're all good fights. Lennox Clark and Mark Heffron's a great fight. I mean, that's got war written all over it. These two guys are going to, I know they're going to give their all. That's going to be brilliant. Nick Ball against Nathaniel from Namibia. I mean, the size difference, it's not head and shoulders, he's head and chest above him, so that's going to be quite interesting. Nathaniel's never been stopped, and Nick, as we know, has got a motor in him. I mean, he really, the engine that he's got in that last fight that he had against Isaac Lowe was amazing. I mean, it was continuous, and Isaac was a tough guy and a competitor, but Nick showed what he's all about. So I think he's going to be in the game in a very, very tough fight. And then you've got Dennis McCann in with James Breach, and I think that's a cracking fight between two of them. There's no love lost there. And Dennis again needs to make a statement, and will James allow him to do that? Whereas James, as he feels he has, got the armoury to win the fight.
It is, a really stacked card. We've also got on the card Masood Abdullah, who's going in for his first 8-rounder, I believe. Is he in line for a title if he gets past Saturday night with the win?
No, he's got to get to 10 wins, and then we'll put him in for a title, some sort of title.
Okay. Because he was talking about eyeing up the Southern Area title.
Yeah, well, he could maybe do that earlier, but, it's normally after 10 fights.
Big things on the horizon for all the boxers on Saturday night. I know I don't want to take up too much of your time because there's other people as well who want to speak to you, but can we ask about some of your fighters? Any updates from Tyson Fury? Obviously, we've got Anthony Joshua's rematch with Usyk on the cards for August 20th.
No, Tyson at the moment is touring with his one-man show, and I think as far as he's concerned, or all of us are concerned, let's see what happens on the 20th. And once that fight's over, Tyson's got to make some decisions.
And obviously, we have in the pipeline Anthony Yarde and Beterbiev. Is that still set for the autumn?
That's what we're looking to do, and we're still working on a few things to get it over the line.
Can I ask, we're about to see the Canelo Trilogy, the Trilogy fight. What's your predictions?
I think it'd be pretty much like the last two. That's what it would be. It'd be interesting. The interest for me is, Canelo having been beaten, and he was quite handily beaten last time, albeit it was at light heavyweight, is what effect that's going to have on him. And also what it's going to have on Triple G. I mean, Triple G, what's he now, 30? He's getting on a bit now, but we'll see.
After taking one loss, a person can be affected really psychologically. We saw it with Anthony Joshua, and it could be the same thing with Canelo.
Yeah, I mean, but I never got that match, to be quite honest. But anyway, they made it and they did what they had to do it. But he'll be down to his more natural weight now.
Frank, as always, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Good to see you.